First here at 10 o'clock, a lot of kids are getting sick right now, and to make matters worse, parents are having a hard time finding the medicines the kids need to make them feel better. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Craig Day.
And I'm Lori Fulbright. Pediatricians tell us that Tylenol and Advil are flying off the shelves because there's been a surge in RSV, flu, and COVID cases. News on 6's Ashlyn Brothers has advice from doctors about what to do if your kid's medicine is out of stock. Ashlyn?
Lori and Craig, Dr. Teresa Horton calls this a triple-demic. She says in her 30 years as a pediatrician, this is the busiest season she has ever seen. These empty pharmacy shelves in the medicine aisle are telling of the times.
It's one of the busiest flu seasons we've ever seen, along with one of the busiest RSV seasons we've ever seen. Coronavirus is coming back.
Tylenol has a safer profile for children, so that tends to be the one we go for.
Doctors and pharmacists say there's a shortage of many over-the-counter medications, including children's liquid Tylenol.
The children's formulations of acetaminophen as well as amoxicillin, which is an antibiotic, we're having issues in the supply chain across the board with those. We're also seeing big shortages in Tamiflu. There's also an increase in demand and a moderate supply. We still rely on most of our production of these chemicals to be out of the country.
Dr. Kathy Campbell owns Medicap Pharmacy in Owasso.
Even if I did have trouble getting it, I have the ability with the doctor's order to take an adult formulation and transform it into a liquid for children.
My concern is that people might turn to aspirin.
Dr. Teresa Horton with Utica Park Clinic says taking aspirin while you're sick and under the age of 20 puts you at a higher risk for Reye's syndrome.
It can cause life-threatening swelling in both the brain and the liver.
She says a store brand is just as good as the name brand and says if your kid is over 6 months old, ibuprofen or Advil are also fine to use. Dr. Horton says you can help your kids learn to swallow pills by having them practice with frozen peas. And of course, rest, lots of fluids, and some chicken noodle soup are always good when you're sick. Ashlyn Brothers, Oklahoma's Own, News on 6.